Hello, everyone. Meteorologist Grant Smith with the National Weather Service here in Juneau, Alaska. It is shortly before 5:30 p.m. on December 21st, 2022. We've got some winter weather on the way, so we're just going to bring you a quick weather briefing. So what we're going to talk about this evening, the weather headlines, the watches and warnings and advisories that we've posted. We're also going to talk about the forecast challenges with this particular forecast, and then we'll finish up with the 5-day outlook. So for starters, the winter storm watches and warnings that we're going to be talking about, we're going to start with the south and work our way north. So for the southern panhandle, winter storm warning in effect midnight Friday, so 12 a.m. Friday, so Thursday night, Friday time frame to 6 a.m. Saturday. For snow, heavy at times, accumulations of 8 to 12 inches before changing over to rain Saturday morning, except for Hyder, where they could get upwards of 20 inches. The main concern is going to be the impacts to the Friday commutes, hazardous driving conditions, low visibility, and due to the heavy snow and that transition from rain to snow will make the snow difficult to handle when we managing it. Moving a little farther to the north, the Sitka area winter weather advisory for snow, heavy at times, snow accumulations of 4 to 6 inches, and this is for snow changing over to rain, mainly near sea level Saturday morning. This also goes into effect midnight Friday to 6 a.m. Saturday. Main concerns are going to be the impacts to the Friday commutes. Snow will become wet and heavy when that transition begins to happen, which could make snow removal difficult to manage. Continuing to move to the north, winter storm warning for the right along that icy strait corridor. So Gustavus, Glacier Bay, Elfin Cove, Pelican, Hoonah, and Juneau. For snow, heavy at times, accumulations of 10 to 15 inches of snow, with the heaviest snowfall rates happening Friday night into early Saturday afternoon. So this will be a 3 p.m. Friday, so starting a little bit later than the others, going until 3 p.m. Saturday, this coming Friday and Saturday. So main concerns, hazardous driving conditions, low visibility due to the heavy snow and potential for the blowing snow. We could see some gusty winds in these areas as well. And then increased likelihood that additional snowfall will happen continuing into Sunday. So there is potential that this warning could actually be extended into Sunday. So if you are in these areas, stay plugged into the forecast as this is not final. This is going to be a multiple day event. Continuing to move to the north, winter storm watch for the Skagway and Haynesboro and Klukwan area. So that northern Lynn Canal winter storm watch for 6 to 8 inches of snow possible. This is going to be late Friday night through Saturday afternoon. Main concerns, possible heavy snow, blowing snow possible, and potential for those impacts to traveling. So that's kind of what we're thinking about. So going forward, what we're looking at. Kind of what is the weather pattern we're seeing? Well, I had to take this map actually from the Ocean Prediction Center because the lows are so far out there. I had to take them from the Pacific forecast. So a couple of pairs of lows moving to the north, and that's going to be bringing us this rain. A front extending from these lows will track north through the panhandle. And I highlighted on the map there, the area in red is the southeast panhandle. And the little yellow star, that's to help highlight where Juneau is. So if you're at Skagway or Haines, you're going to be farther up the north side of the map of there. And if you're farther to the south, Prince of Wales Island, Sitka, you're going to be a little bit farther south of that star there. So that's just to help get your bearings of this map. But these lows are still way out there. This has still got to go through Thursday and then into Friday. That's when all of this is expected to start happening. So what are the challenges we're looking at? Well, normal winter weather challenges here. Amounts of moisture, because that moisture is going to convert into snow. So do we have the amounts of moisture correct? And then also the snow ratios. As this warmer air surges in behind it, that's going to switch the snow ratios from, say, a 15 or 20 to 1 to maybe to more 5 to 10 to 1. And when that transition happens, you'll notice because you'll see the snow becoming more heavier and harder to manage. That's when we're getting those lower snow ratios. So do we have that transition right? That's going to be a big impact on the final snowfall amounts. And then the transitions to rain. Each area, part of the panhandle is going to be seeing that transition to rain happening at a different time. That's going to be a challenge with almost every single winter storm. But this particular setup is a little bit different. So we got a couple of extra challenges here. This is a multiple day event. With three separate systems bringing the snow and then eventually the rain. So, and each one of those are going to impact the other. So, this is not just a one and done, multiple days, multiple systems, and we got to keep them all pieced together and all those puzzles going to make sure that we can get this forecast down. So, stay plugged into the forecast. And then for those of you in the north, this is actually a unique problem here. We got this cold air in place, right? That's been from this offshore flow, bringing in this cold, dry air. Well, at least the start of this system, this next event, these low pressures are going to come up, and we're going to continue to see that outflow still happening. That's going to keep the cold air in place. So our confidence, you could say, in the snowfall is certainly higher. However, the unique part is that that's going to introduce dry air. So as the front moves up, the precipitation is going to fall through, but that dry air may actually undercut some of the moisture. I've seen this happen down south when I was working in South Dakota. I've seen this happen before. I've seen this happen here. So this could actually lower our snowfall potential. So this is something unique that we have to keep in mind. Usually what this will do is delay the start and then also lower those snowfall amounts. So this is something that has been taken into consideration with the forecast. So we're still going 10 to 15 inches for those of you in the north. But if that dry air just has a bigger impact than what we're thinking, then those amounts are going to be a little bit lower. But if that front surges through, kind of undercuts that dry air coming in, then the snowfall amounts may end up needing to be increased. So a lot of moving parts with this challenging forecast. So going forward, let's just take a look at your 5-day outlook here. Beginning on Thursday, a slight warming trend, not quite so cold, with some light freezing spray in the Lynn Canal area, and then that snow developing across the area from the south to the north Thursday night. And then Friday and Saturday, good chances for that snow to move in. And then Saturday into Sunday, snow begins to change to rain as we go into the area. So our senior service hydrologist wanted me to pass on that beginning Saturday, we could be having some issues with rain on snow. And that may cause for some ponding issues for those of you in the south. And then on Sunday, even heavier rainfall. So something to keep in mind if you're in the south. This weekend, try to keep the water able to flow out and move out of the area so we don't have to deal with any street ponding or street flooding and things like that. And then for those of you in the north and central, that's going to begin on Monday. That's when we could see that snow beginning to switch over to rain. So that's when the rain on snow could be a possibility there for those of you in the central and north on Monday. So a lot of moving parts in this upcoming forecast. So stay plugged in. This is not done. We're still going to be working on it through the weekend. But thanks for watching, and we'll continue to bring you the latest online to weather.gov/Juneau. For the National Weather Service here in Juneau, Alaska, I've been meteorologist Grant Smith.